This next test is impossible. Good luck. Congratulations. You're terrible. This isn't archaeology. It's vandalism.
Those monkeys were thousands of years old. The caretakers gave them eternal life and invented a sphere that could teach them to talk and share their wisdom. I guess the caretakers didn't count on you beating them to death with their own language ball.
So, are you ready for some alternate reality gaming? We have to enter a password into this terminal, but we received no information about a password throughout the testing rooms. So, what do? Looking at the terminal, you can see a website that you can go to for information, as well as a list of file names for pictures, JPGs. Take note that each of the file names are 5 letters long, as this may give us a framework for figuring out how long the password is. At least it's something, because we have no idea what this password could be. It could be anything. Now, upon collecting all of the pictures, based on the URL that we have, we notice that none of these pictures really mean anything on their own. They're simply abstract pictures. However, you may notice that some of these pictures actually can go together once you've rotated them correctly. However, some of these pictures are different sizes too, so we have a bit of a puzzle on our hands. Through rotating these pictures and also resizing the ones so they're all the same size, we are able to fit all of these pieces together to make a full picture. And when you have fit all these pieces together, you should get this picture. This is where the puzzle gets a bit tricky, because where do you go from here? You made a picture, alright, what do you got? Well, the picture contains 4 unique symbols in corners of the picture, as well as surrounding something familiar that you might have seen in the main game, or even come across in real life. You may have seen something historical. The symbol in the center, actually, is the centerpiece of the Aztec calendar. So it's safe to assume, or at least it's good to assume something, that the symbols surrounding it are related to the Aztec calendar. Now, it turns out that each symbol is actually on the ring of the calendar just outside the centerpiece, and each symbol is related to a day sign. There are 20 day signs on the ring in question, and each day sign represents various deities, indigenous religious rites, costumes, and cosmological beliefs. Now, based on this thing, you should be able to look at what all of the day signs actually mean in terms of what words each symbol means. Now, excuse me as I butcher some Nahuatl names trying to translate them into English. The first symbol on the top left, Kiahuitl, represents the rain. The next symbol, Orylen, represents water. The third symbol on the bottom left, Orylen, represents movement. Now, movement is a bit vague, but apparently it's movement in terms of a quake or earthquake. And the last symbol seems pretty obvious, as it's a skull, because the symbol, Miquitli, represents death. So now we have all these names. Now where could our password be? Apparently it has something to do with rain, water, movement, death. Now remember our framework from the very beginning based on just the file names. Try and find a 5-letter word that probably combines all of those words together. That's probably what the password is going to be. And it has something to do with rain and water combining a lot of movement, earthly movement. And in the end, it can involve death occurring. Do you give up? Well, the answer will be coming shortly. When we enter the correct password, our Steam community window will pop up and we will get a special message.
French Sumatra was a catalyst of the Philippine insurrection.
And with that, the portal map has ended. And that is all the content that is with the ball, at least for this time. Seeing as how Kizaz was just updated just recently, we might see a little bit more come out of this game in the future. Not entirely sure though. And depending on how much you've played this game, you probably have a majority of the achievements. There may be some that are still a little bit off of your reach, namely Shot Put and Circus Clown, which you can get by just playing through some of the earlier levels again. But other than that, that is going to be it for Let's Play the Ball. This is the absolute end. So, if you have stuck around for the entirety of this, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This is a game that certainly deserves a different perspective to be taken in terms of games. It deserves an open mind when you're jumping into something like this. But with that, I will say take care, everyone, and I hope you return again for something that I hope to do in the future. Take care, everyone.